Hey guys, today we are doing something super simple, and I know I tell you this all the time, but today I really mean it. Just make sure that you have your calculator and it's charged. It's gonna be a great way to end a week with Easy 100 and a great book. We're doing volume of cylinders, and basically all you have to do is find the area of the base, which is a circle, so pi r squared, and multiply it by the height. And you have calculators. You may have to round to the nearest decimal point, but even in the calculator, we can make the decimal float to one decimal place or two decimal places, whatever it asks for, okay? So make sure you have a calculator. I have one. I'm using somebody's who's checked out of school. So we're going to be using a calculator today, and let's get started. All right, guys, so let's get started. I have the formula. I almost said the volume. I have the formula for you up here. And what this means is volume equals pi, which is 3.14, but there is a button on your calculator for pi, so you don't have to have it memorized, but I'm pretty sure you probably already do. So pi times the radius, and remember you need to know the difference in radius and diameter, squared times the height, okay? So the first thing we need to do is let's plug in some numbers. So, I mean, really, we just put pi for that. But let's talk about radius squared. So right here, they gave me the entire, the diameter of the entire base of the circle, which is 10. Well, you have to know the difference. Diameter is all the way. Radius, and actually it's not even arrows, it's boom, boom. And then radius is just half of it. It's half of the diameter. So since they gave me this 10, I need to do 5 squared, and then the height is 6 feet. So it wants me also to round to the nearest tenth. So that's easy. We can do that. So in my calculator, I'm going to plug in that formula that I already have. So we have pi, and pi is, it's not going to show up here, but it's this little arrow second. You hit the blue second arrow, and it will say pi, times the radius, which is, I'm putting in 5, and then I'm going to do this x squared, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, the fifth key right here, squared, or you could just do 25 if you knew 5 squared was 25, which I do. And then I'm going to put 6, and I'm going to push enter, and I got a long number. I'm good at rounding. If you're not, we need to go to math. Go to math and go down to number 2 where it says decimal. Oh, wait, sorry, hold on. I'm sorry, we need to go to mode and go to float. It's already on normal. We want to go to float. We want to go 1 decimal place, enter, second quit, enter, and it rounds it for me. So it's 471.2. That's the volume, feet cubed. Again, though, I'm not a stickler for the feet and the cubed, all that. I want to know, did you get this number right? Okay, some teachers are. All right, so we're going to do a couple more examples, and I'm telling you today, super easy. That's all we're doing is plugging in the calculator. We have it already floated to 1 decimal place. Now, you may want to switch that later, you know. All right, guys. All right, guys, so now we have a new one. This is sideways, and this time they gave me the radius. They didn't give me the diameter. So I'm telling you guys, if you don't pay attention on today's assignment with the difference in diameter and radius, that's where you're going to have problems. So we need to really make sure that you are making sure that you know the difference in diameter and radius, okay? Because that's what's going to get you. Because the formula for area of a circle is pi radius squares, pi r squared, okay? All right, so all we're going to do is fill in this. Volume equals pi times the radius, which is 3 squared times the height, which is 12.7. And we have our calculator already floating. If you know 3 squared is 9, you don't need to write 3 squared in. It's fine. You can do what you want. All right, so if you struggle with the squares, then you probably want to make sure that you put in 3 squared. So again, we're going to do second pi or second arrow, which is under the clear button. Make sure the pi symbol is on there. It is times 3, and I'm going to square it by this x squared, and then 12.7. I don't even have to put a times in there. I got 359.1. Did you get that? This top's not coming off. 359 and 1/10. Okay, 0.1. All right, so that should be simple. We'll do one more, and then you can start your assignment. All right, last example. You may want to pause this, plug the numbers into your calculator, see if you can get it correctly. All right, so I have this sideways cylinder. Tomorrow we are doing, not tomorrow, Monday, we're doing volume of cones, but today we're doing cylinders, which is the area of the base times the height. Because remember, volume is what the liquid inside. We're figuring out what's the 3D liquid inside capability, okay? All right, so we're going to just plug in our numbers. Now, pause this and see if you can do this correctly. If you can't, we need to discuss it before you do your assignment. That's 4th grade. All right, so pause. All right, hopefully you paused the video. If you did it, this is really awkward right here, but whatever. All right, so I noticed that they gave me the diameter 14, okay? So I need the radius, and I know the radius is half of this, so it's 7 meters. So I'm just going to mark it out, put 7 meters. I also know that 7 squared is 49, but I'm going to go ahead and put in 7 squared in the calculator. Okay, so volume is equal to pi times 7 squared times my height, which is 11, okay? So I'm going to plug this in, and let's see what I get. Hopefully I got what you got. Okay, so second arrow, 7x squared, and 11. And I got, a big number. I got 1,693 and 3/10. Now, if you got that, you did it correct. If you didn't, we need to discuss, like, what did you do wrong? Maybe you used the whole diameter instead of the radius. All right, so, all right, guys, good luck. If you have questions, ask me.